Hey family, I'm looking forward to enhancing the channel in a way that allows me to connect with all of you at varying levels, meeting you where you are in your journey. Each of you will be able to choose a more personalized experience here soon with the crew of Onyx. I'll see you soon. You can find all the details for personal readings in the description box below, or you can scan here for ease of access. Hello everyone, welcome to Onyx Earth Tarot. Everything you need to know about me is in the description box below. So we're back with another pick a card reading. It's timeless, it's love-based. We're at our quote-unquote default reading, our go-to. We're gonna check in to see what their crush is thinking, feeling, and their potential next moves. Now, this is a recycled theme from last year. We did a candy apple crush thumbnail. I don't believe that it had a similar title. I may link it. That's what I'll do. I may link it so that you can see, maybe relevant for those of you that have known this crush that long, and even those of you from scratch, maybe, right? Your person, for those of you that watched the intro, all of you that liked the intro, just channeled collective energy. This person's very particular, very particular. They like to do things a very specific way. So much so that when I stepped into their energy, I ended up recording this intro. This is my third take. I don't do takes because it's not that serious for me. I record it, and if I stumble or if I say something crazy, I don't care. I don't care. I just roll with it because who got time, right? So that's a thing. And I really don't have anything else. So let's hop into the verbal description for those of you that are visually impaired, or if you simply like to choose based on me verbally describing each pile. We're going to go for it now. Pile number 1 is the chocolate web candy apple. Pile number 2 is that traditional candy apple. Pile number 3 is the Halloween M&M caramel apple. And then pile number 4 is the Wicked Black Candy Apple. I will give you a moment to make your selection. And if you need more time, go ahead and pause the video. All right, pile 1, let's see what your crush is thinking, feeling, and potential next moves. Now, my chocolate web candy apple, this is a person that is actively wanting to gather themselves, like feeling like they need to gather themselves. It's an antsy energy of, oh, let me get myself together. I need to get myself together. Okay, I don't know what that's regarding, but I will pull cards to see how that kind of applies to you in a connection where that's some energy. Okay, all right, my pile 1, what is your crush thinking, feeling, potential next move? Okay. Well, definitely a thinker. That's for sure. Let's take the bottom. Hey, definitely poised. You're definitely that channeled message from someone that thinks a lot, someone that's very poised, someone that's kind of a little bit rigid, okay? A little bit rigid, because I feel like, okay, let me get myself together. Let me get myself together. That's the energy of this person. Unfinished symphony. Okay. A lot. Okay, so some of you, this person's thinking about some kind of project that they are not done with, right? Like it's something that they need to finish, something they need to prioritize, and it's like they need to get it together, they need to figure it out, and that's kind of what's sucking up all of their energy and why they're so antsy. Others of you, where you know that this is kind of like unfinished symphony with you specifically, like something that they haven't moved on, something that they haven't done, something that haven't confirmed, if it's like no contact, like whatever that is when it comes to this person and you're asking about someone that you know is interested in you, that's the antsy energy. Okay, all right. And we've got the tribe, which talks about connectivity. Some of you, this person's thinking about something that's unfinished that needs to be resolved regarding some sort of a tribe, group, collective energy. That could be a thing. Some of you, this person sees you as a part of their soul tribe and they want to kind of connect with you if they aren't in contact, or they feel like whatever their next move is something that's going to clarify something that's kind of been left unsaid or undone, if that makes sense. That's what it feels like, okay? All right. Pull more. Pile 1. What's my crush thinking? Feeling their next move. Hey, look at you. I channeled a slip of the tongue. Some of this person's like wondering what you're thinking. Like they're like, hey, I wonder what that pile 1's thinking. Like what? I wonder what they're thinking and how they're feeling. You know? That's funny. Like they're wondering about you as you're wondering about them. Tell me more about pile number 1. Chocolate web candy. What's the crush thinking? Feeling next move. There we go. That's a maturing energy here of 7 of Cups. Hey, they're thinking a lot, and they're thinking about whatever you're thinking. They're like, I really wonder what my chocolate web candy apple is thinking. Okay, 7 of Cups. 7 of Cups also talks about someone with a lot going on, like a lot of opportunities, lots of options to choose from, things that are left undone that they really need to prioritize. That's this person, okay? We got this. No, that's too many. We're not doing it. So let me get more. What's my pile 1's crush thinking, feeling, potential, next move? All right. High Priestess. Yeah, I mean, they're wondering about you. They're wondering about your secrets, especially if you've been very quiet. Like they're wondering if you've left a lot unfinished yourself with this person. They're wondering about you. Like it feels like someone that doesn't have access to you, or someone that really just doesn't know a lot about you, and they're curious, right? Like they're wondering. Like they think a lot, and a lot of it is left a little bit to the imagination because they're not sure. High Priestess is a card of secrecy, of privacy. It's hidden knowledge and wisdom, the unknown. So like that's kind of what it is with this person. They're not sure. They're wondering and hoping you're thinking of them, and wondering what you're thinking about, what you've got going on, what you're doing. It feels a little bit nosy, if depending on how you take it, because they're like, I wonder what's going on with pile 1, right? Tell me more about my pile 1. All these cards. Fine. We've got the Chariot. And a lot of them are major arcana. That's another reason why I took it. We've got Chariot, got the Page of Cups. That's a love offer right here. We've got Justice. Okay. And then we've got the bottom 10 of Pentacles. Ooh, they are invested. I'll give you that. Okay. Someone that sees themselves having a family with you, someone that sees themselves like really having a good time with you. They see a lot of opportunities, a lot of options with you, right? Like a lot of ways you two work and fit. Like that's where their head is, right? The very deep feelings, higher energy feelings. Like it feels like this is a person that would consider this to be a soul connection if they use that type of lingo, right? Definitely someone that could see themselves married with children with you here, okay? So tell me more about number 1. What's the crush thinking, feeling, potential, next moves? That's the full moon in Virgo that just jumped out. Talks about feeling good enough and confidence. So tell me what's my pile 1 thinking, feeling, the crush thinking, feeling that they're wondering what you're thinking. Like the priority is like, I wonder what they're thinking, right? So like you're trying to see what they're thinking, and they're trying to see what you're thinking, if that makes sense. Nothing will come of the situation. Prosperity lies ahead, new moon in Taurus. You and your loved ones are safe. This is a person that might be losing a little bit of hope, right? New moon in Cancer. Yeah, I'm gonna take it in reverse. It feels like someone that kind of is losing faith a little bit. Like they don't know if it's going anywhere, with nothing will come of the situation. So like it feels like someone that's like, let me just prioritize myself and all the things that I need to be doing, because it just doesn't seem like it's going anywhere. Especially if I'm talking about someone no contact with a lot of unfinished symphony and all of that. Because you and your loved ones are safe, especially if this person's like having issues with security and things like that with the home and family. That's where they're focused right now. Okay. Mm-hmm. There's some loose ends when it comes to a tribe, like a family of some sort. It could be like literal family, or it could just be like collective centered base, like I said, with a tribe. Because again, you and your loved ones are safe is in reverse. Prosperity does lie ahead, but it's still like it's unfinished, right? It lies ahead. It's not now, if that makes sense. So we'll see. Let me okay, I'll throw the dice and then I'll pull from the cards. Sixth house, health and wellness, Mars, Sagittarius, fiery energy, very active energy, expansive. This is someone that's really prioritizing their knowledge, their growth, their development. Okay, they may be prioritizing travel. Okay, they may be traveling day to day for whatever they're working on. They may actually be prioritizing their health as well as their wellness. Okay, sixth house rules acts of service, which talks about when we give our time to others that may need it, especially when we talk about loved ones. This person may be prioritizing the support of certain loved ones, okay? Especially when there's a lack of safety. So, yeah, this person's got a lot going on. And they are thinking of you as they deal with all of the things that they've got going on, okay? They may have Mars in Sagittarius. That could be you. Mars in sixth house, okay? Sagittarius in sixth house, Jupiter in sixth house, Aries in sixth house, okay? Yeah. So let me see. Tell me more about what's the crush thinking, feeling, or the next move. It feels like someone that would be more engaged once resolving whatever the unfinished symphony is, if it's not related to you in a connection. If the unfinished symphony is you and the connection, then it feels like the lack of clarity has them wondering if it's worth it to kind of even still wonder, if that makes sense. Especially where there's a lot of secrecy and detachment. Tell me. Pile one, what's the crush thinking, feeling, next move? Poker face, taking a chance, risks, options, not showing hand, gambling. These could all be themes. This could be how this person sees you. Like you have a mean poker face and they can't quite read you, a la High Priestess. It's not gender specific. And because they're not sure, especially if they're distance, they're like, is it worth it, right? Especially when you have other things to be prioritizing. Right? We have shock, sudden change, shocking news, surprise, epiphany, and transformation. This person could have experienced some type of shock, surprise. This could be someone that is actively looking to surprise you. Okay? Let me see. Definitely with poker face and shock, it would be someone that would shock you, that would surprise you in some way. Okay? But it's not like this doesn't feel like tomorrow, next week energy. This feels like lies ahead, right? Energy regarding this person, okay? So tell me more. What's my power one's crush thinking, feeling, potential, next move? I don't normally want 3. Okay. All right. We got to break up. Time apart is on the horizon. This may be short term or long term. Building a future. This one is a keeper. Your love life is ascending to the next level. I kind of felt a vibe of someone that like kind of like once I get myself together, then I'll deal with this unfinished symphony that I have with my pile number 1. Literally could be relevant. We do have this harmony. There seems to be some disconnect. Use this time to address any issues to restore harmony in this relationship. Now that feels like this person has this harmony in other areas that they may be prioritizing. If there's this harmony with you, this person's trying to figure out like what's the best approach. But it does seem like whatever distance separation, if it's a thing, whatever's unfinished has been unsaid. Because even if it's not a physical distance, it could be something that's not been said, not clarified between the two of you. It happens all the time. Like sometimes people literally are living together, literally married, and there's things that they haven't clarified between the two of them, right? It seems like dealing with everything else first before clarifying whatever that weird energy is, okay? All right, so at the bottom, I have getting to know each other. Enjoy discovering new commonalities, goals, and dreams as you get to learn more about each other. So, ooh. All right, so I know I used the crush label because we lead with the brand new from scratch energy, but those of you on my table that are connection based, if you've recently moved in with this person, or if you're moving in with this person, they're realizing they don't know as much about you as they thought. It's very surprising. It is this harmony, but it's not like, oh, as chaotic as needing a breakup. It's kind of like a sorting things out, like how do we avoid a breakup? Like now we have to get to know each other because we don't for real, right? Because it happens when couples like move in, you really get to know somebody when you move in. So I have that on my table for those of you where that's the thing. Some of you, if there's a conversation about moving in, I got two sides, because yeah, you're getting a lot of details because it hit me. The side of you where there's a conversation about moving in, this person's wondering if it's too soon and if it would lead to a breakup. They want to get to know each other a little bit better first. Others of you, if there was any type of out of the blue conversation about moving in together, like if you just randomly asked to move in with this person, or if they randomly asked to move in with you, that was a shock. And I just feel like it rubs somebody the wrong way, because it's like a, ooh, you just getting to know me and you want to live with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's almost like you need somewhere, like this person, like whoever was the one that initiated, is like, oh, you need somewhere to stay. If that makes sense. That's what I got. Okay. So that was kind of that shadow that stepped through. Now, others of you, it could be someone thinking of, okay, are we at the stage where it's time to have the conversations, unfinished symphony, about moving in, where we're talking about those of you that are attached. Now, funny thing, all my from scratch, some of you, this person's wondering like how you live day to day, and they're wondering like, one, how they fit into your schedule, but also what living with you would be like. Like, would it be disharmony? Would it lead to, like, is it sustainable? Is it something that would make sense? Okay. All right. Tell me more about my pile number one. What's your crush thinking, feeling, potential, next move? You deserve love. You are lovable. Well, they like you. Regardless of any weird vibes on the most shadow sense, or any uncertainty, they think highly of you. They think you're lovable. They think you deserve love. So if we're talking about disharmony, that it is a compatibility thing, where it's a shadow and you know it's like a shadow and it's not going to work, this person thinks highly of you. They just don't think that it's going to work, right? We do have trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. Something regarding honesty. Okay, if there's a lack of honesty, then obviously you're more shadow. The lighter side of this pile feels like this is someone that feels like they can really trust you and really be vulnerable enough to like go deeper in love with you. Okay, so I think that's all of my cards. Good. Let me pull your advice. I'm just straight to, like, you know, we're not really playing around with this reading. Their next move is the most shadow side, obviously. You see, it feels like someone that really wants to get to know you, earlier stages. It feels like someone that wants to continue to get to know you. When we talk about maturing of connections, like, okay, maybe it is time to take the next step and move in together and see how we live together, if we're going to ever progress our connection, and things like that. But if there's any shadow associated with the living together, then I would watch it, because there is an energy, and not all of you, there is a group here where the conversation of moving in together is a red flag. on someone's part of like, you might need somewhere to live or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, it didn't feel like a let's move in as a couple. It's like, it feels like someone that needs stuff. Okay. So tell me my advice for my pile number 1. Let go. Yeah, well, listen, if we're talking about that shadow where the incompatibility of not doing well day to day, I see 1717, so that could be a repeating number you see. That's your confirmation, especially with the message I'm giving. If it's an incompatibility with living together, or it feels like someone may be dependent on a person that doesn't want to be dependent on, that's not gonna work. Okay, so because we got this let go. Okay, the lightest side is still a let go. Let me see what's here. Let go, right? Allow yourself to be available enough to get to know this person, right? Like, don't be rigid in getting to know this person, right? Like, if you want to get to know this person, like, you take the time to actually do it. Okay, we got creativity. I associate creativity with being very playful. Okay, but I also get a vibe of let go and focus on and prioritize your creations. So if that's something that needs to happen, then do it. Okay, because there's a letting go of something here. Okay, and we have creativity here. All right, so that is all I have for you today, my pile number 1. Hopefully it resonated. If it did, please like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can stay in the know on the content we post there on this channel. Thank you for watching. All right, pile 2, let's see what your crush is thinking, feeling, and potential next move. So for those of you that are new here, I read and channel past, present, as well as incoming energy. I do read from a polarity, which means there's a light as well as a shadow. You just have to find yourself in the lesson and the journey. All right, my common traditional candy apple. I was gonna call you my plain Jane candy apple. I love it. It's the traditional one. That's what everyone thinks of when they hear the words candy apple. So let me get you an overview regarding this person. And is this person thinking? Feeling, potential next move when it comes to my pile number 2, please. All right, we'll take the bottom. A change in the wind. Well, something shifted. I don't know if your energy shifted or if something just happened. This is literally like a little tower that's on the back of a zebra just moving. But there's a change in the wind. So I don't know if you switched up or if something just switched up regarding you situationally, but that's what's on this person's mind. So let me see. It's at the bottom. Breathe. Ooh, feels like air. Feels like fall season. Feels like fall season. This is a timeless reading, but breathe feels like breathing in air. There's a change in the wind. Somebody's taking a moment, a pause to breathe. Something switched, something changed, and someone's taking a pause to breathe. I don't know if it's the connection or if just situational, circumstantial with this person, but that's kind of where this person's head is. It's like, let me just breathe with this change in the wind. Okay, so let me pull these cards and see what I get. Tell me what's going on with my traditional candy apple. What is this crush thinking? Feeling, potential next move when it comes to my pile 2. What's going on with this traditional candy apple? All right, we got the 2 of Pentacles. All right, juggling, trying to stabilize and ground. Okay, all right, what's that? I feel like someone that's actually really busy, actually, if I'm being honest. Someone that's juggling a lot of things, a lot of projects, a lot of situations that just kind of needs a moment to breathe. Some of you, this person thinks of you most when they take a moment to breathe, which is funny because when I looked at your thumbnail with your picture, like I kind of like saw like a glowing white light on it, like a cleansing. I was like, some of you, this person may be cleansing, like doing energy healing, energy clearing actively if they're into that type of thing. because I was like even seeing like some of you, this person takes a pause, like this person thinks about you in the shower. Yes, it can be what is implied. We will not develop. It's not that kind of reading, but they think about you when they're like in the shower, when they're clearing energy, whatever that is, right? Like it's just when they get a moment to breathe. Some of you, the person thinks about you before they meditate, before they go to bed, things like that. It feels like someone that, like I said, it's like when they get a moment when things slow down. Tell me about this traditional candy apple, please. Okay, 7 of Cups, maturing energy. Someone, again, feels like someone that's all over the place, juggling things in 3D, a lot going on in their mind, a lot of things to think about, a lot of tasks to like check off, right? All of these options, okay? Some of you, this person's wondering if you are exploring your options. They're like, especially if you switched up on them, they're wondering if you're exploring your options, right? Because it's like, okay, they take a pause to breathe. I don't know what the energy, like it just feels like a possible, in the shadow sense, switching up of energy, okay? So I don't know what y'all got going on. I'll take this one. The Lovers. Yeah, some of you, this person thinks you might have moved on, or like you're switching up on them, okay? Or juggling them, okay? Hanged Man. Okay. All right. Yeah, so that shadow was there. Someone that's thinking like, okay, switching things up, juggling, moving on, exploring your options. That's where this person's head is. On the lightest sense, this is someone that's like, I don't need that. It could be someone that's thinking of exploring their options. Okay. Honestly, like, I forgot to mention that polarity. This could be someone that's thinking of exploring their options. Okay. And then back to the lightest side, like I mentioned, it's someone that has explored their options and they kind of know what they want. We talk about that change in the wind. It's like, okay, I've explored my options, especially we're talking about someone that has a history of dating around and dating a lot. It's fine if they're single, right? Changing that and kind of wanting to ground and stabilize in one connection, right? So let me see. Tell me more about what's the fresh thinking, feeling, potential next moves with my pound number 2. My pile 2 is fresh thinking, feeling, next move. Okay. The energy is gaining momentum. Yeah, a buildup. A change in the wind, a buildup. Some of you, there's something that is a long time coming, right? Like it's like taking a breath before doing something. It could be pursuit. It could be an ending, right? But it's like the energy is gaining momentum. If this is just if you're very casual with this crush, like if you talk to this crush and like they know you're actively dating, you know they're actively dating, this person's like, yeah, I'm really gaining momentum with this pal too. You know I'm talking to a lot of different people, but oh, I got the little thing with the throat. But like this person's like, I know I'm talking to a lot of different people, but I think this is the one that I really want to deal with, especially when we talk about conversation being really well with the Lovers ruled by Gemini, and then that Pisces energy of the Hangman of like deep conversations with depth, being able to talk to you about a lot of different topics, right? You having a lot of different things going on with yourself as well. Like this person's like invested in the lightest sense, okay? All right, at the bottom, I've got, hey, look, I mentioned all of that I just said. Didn't know it was there, right? New Moon in Gemini, communication is key. Okay, confirmation if this person is a twin for you. Okay, that's good. Be careful. It could truly just be this person thinking of exploring their options, even if you're exclusive or thinking that that's what they're doing. But twins implies 2 people. Gemini is 2 different people. Okay, it could even represent 2-faced people. Okay, when we have the energy is gaining momentum, communication is key. This person does seem to want to have some sort of conversation with you. It just depends on what's happening. So let me see. My pile number 2. Tell me what's the crush thinking, feeling, potential next moves. If this is a person that you know has been like actively engaging people and they know you wouldn't want them to, they're thinking about that and they may be realizing that that's not gonna be a thing. if that makes sense. We do have an incoming energy of addiction, codependent, obsession and restraint, possession and control, emotional block. They are thinking of you often and a lot, okay? To the bottom. We got camera, reminiscing, making memories, learning from past perception. This is someone that actually watches you on social media. Like if you have social media, they watch you there. If you don't have it, this is someone that's likely to ask about you. Like if they have pictures of you on their phone, video of you on their phone, whatever they have, they definitely look at that, okay? So, let me pull from these other decks. What's this? Patience jumped out in reverse. This is someone that lacks patience. Is feeling like they lack patience, isn't feeling very patient. And it could be them seeing you in that way, especially if they're dating around. Like there seems to be a theme of patience and exploring of options. Or a perception that that's a thing, right? Like they may be thinking that you're unsure because you're exploring your options, or you're not, or they're not. They're thinking, some of you, they think that you perceive them as exploring all of their options, even though they're fixated on you. Now, I don't know why you would think that, if that's the opposite of like what they're doing, but I mean, I guess communication is key. So tell me about my pile number 2. The traditional candy apple. What's the crush thinking? Feeling, potential, next move. It feels like, and honestly, even if this is someone, even if this is someone exploring their options, it's someone that would be doing that while still being fixated with you. Like that furthest shadow actually feels like an ex that's like outdoing them, right? Wanting you to see them doing you. Like they might even like be like being real extra on social media, but like the reality is the person is basically like obsessed with you. Okay, like that's what I've got. But on my lighter sensitive pile, it's someone that may be a little concerned, wanting to make sure you match their intensity. Like again, if you're dating around, they're dating around, they're locked in with you already, and they want you to know that, but they're not sure if you're there yet. Okay, because I mentioned house 12 energy with the hangman and that deeper intimacy. Well, here we are, here we go, right? It says the feelings of emotional closeness and love allow you to feel safe, desired, and more connected to your partner. So if this isn't someone that wants to be outside living their life single and dating around, then this is someone that has kind of connected with you on a deeper level, and out of all of quote unquote their options, it seems to be you're the one that they're looking to develop more with. All right, because y'all got a lot going on. This person's got a lot of thoughts. You got a lot of thoughts, especially when we talk about third parties. Again, I got that on my table. I do. Okay. Some of you, when it comes to a third party, if this person has another person they're dealing with or an option, I saw a breakup. That breakup could be with you to focus on this person, or it could be with this person to focus on you. It depends on where you are, because it's a general reading. It's a lot of energy on a table, okay? But there is a third party here, someone or something affecting your relationship, and a need to address it with communication is key. We're talking about somebody that switched up, okay? Whether that's a different priority, right? Or just truly just having other connections, all right? I did not throw my dice. We have reconciliation and heart-to-heart conversations. So that's a thing. That's a thing. Tell me about my pile 2. What's the crush thinking, feeling, potential, next move? Children. Your love life is being affected by children. If there's a question regarding children, like if in deeper, intimate conversations, the topic of children came up and there was not a common ground, right? There was an incompatibility discovered there. It's not going to work. Straight up, that's a thing on the table. And that may be why I see another person on the table. Like this person may be exploring options if there's disagreements regarding children, okay? Because it's truly not going to work. So even if this person's fixated on you and like really watching you and engaging you and really liking you, if there's a disagreement here, I don't know that they see it as something to get past. So like they may be temporarily watching you until they emotionally detach, if that makes sense. I see that. Okay. At the bottom, I got playfulness. Some of you, ooh, this is a heavy shadow pile, but like there's a lot of good here, I guess. But like there's a heavy shadow pile. Like some of you in the shadow, this person kind of sees you a little bit as childish, playful, like it's feeling like childish. Okay. Like got to know you better, got to know you deeper, and it was not a compatibility. So I'm just gonna leave it there. And then especially when we talk about connections where there is a history of a third party, okay? Because there's already a lack of trust. That's probably why you're on my table with all of these people. Some of you, you may be like they think you think they're doing stuff that they may actually not be doing, or they're thinking you're doing stuff you're not doing because there's a lack of trust due to the history. I can't help that. But let me dig from my other side of the pile. Some of you, the third party is a child. They're thinking of like how like, and not like in the way, but like thinking of in like if you're like they're thinking about what it would be like to have children with you, or introducing you to a child, or meeting your children, things like that. All right, this person's got a lot of thoughts. Look at them. Look at them. So let me see. My lightest sense, lightest. This is someone that's like, ooh, I found somebody I've really connected with on the deepest level I ever thought. I like dealing with them. They bring out my inner child. It's so playful. Like, that's the thing, if that makes sense. Now, I don't know where that third party ties into. It could be like the only issue is time and having all of these projects, because Two of Pentacles is just juggling things to do. It could be children, because like I mentioned, children being a third party, like someone may be literally thinking of like dealing with their children, or you dealing with your children, and having to prioritize these little people because these are people, is affecting your ability to get to know each other at the level that you want. Y'all gonna have to work that out. It is what it is. But it's just a lot going on in this pile. So let me throw this dice, and then I'll get your advice. We cover a lot of different topics, so just take what's for you and leave what is not. We've got Taurus, we've got Venus, we've got the 11th house. Okay, this person definitely feels like you're a good on paper partner. Again, if there's incompatibilities, that's unfortunate, because this doesn't seem like the type of person that will look beyond it. With all of the options they feel like they have, they're not going to look beyond like critical incompatibilities, because they're not desperate enough to do that, if that makes sense. Because 11th house is like your network and having options, right? And knowing people, knowing a lot of people, having access to a lot of people. Okay, Taurus is the sign of assets. Okay, having the assets and resources to do so. And it's also the sign ruled by Venus, which is the planet of love, beauty, and things like that. This is someone that can basically have whoever they want. So why settle for someone, not someone, because again, regardless of which side you're on with this, why settle for a situation that's not gonna fulfill you? That's what's on my table. All right. But they do see you as really attractive. They see you as really attractive. They see you as having a lot of options. It's kind of one of those situations of pile 2 has a lot going for them. I have a lot going for them. Why would we be miserable together when we don't have to? Like, it's literally so many people out there that they can choose from and I can choose from. Why would we just consider to just do this? Right? That's my heaviest shadow. But to clarify before I get your advice, my lightest side of this pile, someone that really is interested in you, wondering if you're exploring your options, really excited about possibly being exclusive with you, feels like they may be gaining momentum, okay, as they feel like they're connecting with you deeper and deeper. Okay, all right. So some of you, this is a person that has a history of third-party situations, and they're worried you're going to judge them for that because they're serious about you now. Like, I'm not saying that you've been in a situation with this person. I'm saying this person maybe in your deep conversations be like, hey, you know, at one point this happened. I'm not proud of it. I hope you don't see me differently. All right. So let me get my advice on pile number 2. especially if you pick this traditional candy apple thinking of this person as a little more traditional. Like they may be like, they may be like, nah, I don't think Pile 2 is gonna go for that. I think they're gonna see me differently after I tell them. Could be a thing. Like I said, this person's got a lot of thoughts. Give me my advice for my Pile 2. Hey, look at you. This is a great pile, even on the shadow, because it's like, just leave it alone if it's that chaotic, right? We've got overcome fear. That's your advice, to overcome fear and prioritize your happiness and things that make you feel like you're in a position of good luck. Okay, whether it's this person or whether it's going off and finding another person. I got a wave of some of you. This person may be thinking that you're not as engaged with them or not as open with them. That's self-sabotage if you are watching this reading and you're interested in this person, because some of you, this person feels like you're losing interest a little bit. So overcome your fear and open up enough with this person that in a way that prioritizes your happiness. And when I see good luck, it feels like you may be a person that thinks this person may be too good to be true, especially if you perceive them as having a lot of options. Stop that. That's self-sabotage. All right, so that is all I have for you today, my pile number 2. Hopefully it resonated. If it did, please like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can stay in the know on the content we post here on this channel. Thank you for watching. All right, pile 3, my Halloween M&M caramel apple. Let's see what your crush is thinking, feeling, and potential next moves. So for those of you that are new here, I read as well as channel past, present, and incoming energy. I do read from a polarity, which means there's a light as well as a shadow. You just have to find yourself in the lesson and the journey. This person's really excited to just exchange energy with you overall. Like that's the key theme. I even heard like some of you like something about exchanging gifts. So I don't know if it's like the holiday season, if that's just their thing. I even heard some of you may have a birthday like possibly same day or just same week or something like that, and they're excited about that because when I was cleansing your overview deck, I had co-create, and then at the bottom it landed with the exchanging of gifts, which is sweet, especially since at the bottom here we have the 6 of Pentacles, the Prince. I call this card the Prince and the Pauper because it's usually a prince offering some assistance to someone like a pauper on the street. So this being a gift giving card, you having exchange of gifts, this person has gift giving on the mind. That's relevant in some way. I love that for you. It's a really sweet vibe. So tell me more about my pile number 3, my Halloween M&M caramel apple. Tell me about what the crush is thinking, feeling, potential next move for my pile number 3. All right, never ending story, poised, blessed. Well, look at you. You got never ending story, you got poised, and you got blessed. So they're thinking about feeling blessed, being blessed, things like that. Let me see what this combination here is. It feels like a person that when they know they're gonna see you, they try to like prepare themselves so that like they can be like poised about it, but like they're really anxious, if that makes sense. Really anxious. Let me see. Tell me more about my pile number 3. What's the first thinking, feeling, potential next move? I even heard poised to make this a never-ending story, so I don't know what that's all about. Poised also feels like at the ready. Knight of Wands. Yeah, it feels like I'm at the ready, like I'm ready to go for it. Like next time I run into pile 3, next time I see pile 3, like I'm gonna go for it. Knight of Wands is that very active energy. It's the most impulsive of the knights. Okay, so tell me, yeah. And then we have a Knight of Pentacles, so more knight energy. Okay, It feels like an energy, and I'll just say night since we have two on the table. It feels like an energy of a night that is ready to move on impulse, but like it's not really impulse because they've been at the ready, a la poised. If that makes sense. Oh, look at me. Devil fell in reverse. It's someone that kind of is there's a lack of control, like you don't really know what to do, you just got to be ready for anything. It feels like needing to be ready for anything. So this person's thinking like, I just have to be ready for anything with pile 3. I don't know if you're kind of like a risk taker or if you're like a unpredictable kind of a person, but they're like, I can't control this, I'm just gonna have to be at the ready, if that makes sense. I have the Two of Swords, which talks about being indecisive and not knowing what to do or avoiding what needs to be done, right? Because Two of Swords is someone that's blindfolded. Like, in a literal sense, it's someone that's avoiding what needs to be done and pretending they don't realize what they need to do. This person could be doing that to themselves. Like, they may be avoidant in that way, but it also feels like someone that can't see what's coming. You know what I'm saying? So like that's kind of where this person is when it comes to you and any connection with you. So tell me more about my prime number. Oh, okay, a card threw itself out of the deck. In the shuffle, luck is on your side. Hey, well, you got blessed. New moon in Sagittarius. Sagittarius season could be relevant to some of you. Could be relevant to some of you, but this person feels like lucky. They feel blessed in some way. Okay. Your dreams need a practical plan. Full moon in Taurus. So we're talking fall season, middle of fall to the end of fall, right? Timeline wise with this deck. This person's like, they're feeling lucky. They feel like they have a plan. I don't know what the plan is regarding. It's just gonna differ based on your level of familiarity with this person, but they seem to have a plan. It's like, I'm at the ready, I already know what's going to happen, how it's going to happen, even though I can't control every detail, I can't control the circumstances, I already know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like the vibe is kind of like if you make groceries on Wednesdays and this person sees you at the store on Wednesdays, and then I don't know, something happens, you switch up your schedule because you realize that's not safe. Haha, I tell you to do it all the time. Or like something happens, different shift at work, I don't know, different classes, and now you have to switch up when you go. Well, this person's like, I know they come on Wednesdays, I have no idea when they go now. So whenever I see them again, if I pop up, if I by chance run across them at the store, I know exactly how I'm going to run into them. Like, I know what I'm going to say and what I'm going to do. That's what this person feels like. Okay? So I'm going to throw your dice, and then we're going to pull from those love-based decks, and I'll get you some advice. I've got house 10. All right. Somebody here has North Node, South Node in 10th house. North Node, South Node in Gemini. Gemini in 10th house, okay? But Gemini talks about communication. It's ruled by planet Mercury. So this is someone that's like definitely trying to catch you day to day, because Gemini rules the 3rd house. Yes, of communication, but of localized energy, okay? Localized energy. And so North Node is like life path, okay, journey. And 10th house is career, social status, reputation, all of those things. So I think I said it in different, I filmed multiple readings today, guys. So I don't remember if it's this reading or a different reading. There was a pile that I filmed on today where someone on the table had a 10th house North Node or South Node. Those are very prominent people with loud auras, okay? Very much so, okay? So that could be this person's energy. And honestly, it could be how they see you, okay? All right. Some of you, this person thinks you're prioritizing those things, right? When we talk about like your status and where you're headed in life, right? Like this person seems to think you're prioritizing that, and they do kind of want to learn more about that and ask you about that. Okay, so I'm gonna pull from these decks. Tell me more. My pile 3, my Halloween, M&M, caramel, apple. What's the crush thinking? Feeling, potential, next move. Some of you, the devil in reverse is Capricorn energy that does rule the 10th house. So if this person used to see you at work or school and they don't anymore, that's definitely what they're thinking of. They're like, well, why don't I see this person anymore in class? They dropped the class. Let me see. Tell me, what's this crush thinking? Feeling, next move from my pile 3. Cut down, cutting out. You know what? I was going to say celebration. It's actually separation, stop the pattern, and silent treatment. They're wondering why you're not talking to them, why you're not dealing with them, if that's a thing. And it doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be a shadow, right? Like silent treatment is just somebody that, like, it could be like a loss of contact. I gave the example of like the day you grocery, like the routine of the store and things like that. I'll take these extra ones. Just that one. We got soulmate, soul connection, partnership, soul contract, life, partner. Okay. Girl with the snake, charmed or used, enable boundaries. Some of you, this person is thinking like you use them, or they're thinking you feel like, you know, they use you. Okay. And then they feel like if there's a separation between the two of you, they feel like you're separated for now, but you're soulmates and there's a never-ending story. Like they're not concerned if there's distance. I hate to say it like that because this feels like someone that feels blessed and optimistic. This is not someone that's concerned with distance. They're like, even if, like, hypothetically speaking, right? You're asking about an ex, right? And it's an ex that you know you're done with because y'all do it all the time. Y'all bring me your heavy baggage. This is an ex that is in avoidance with the Two of Swords. Like they are actively avoiding the fact that you are done with them. In their mind, this is temporary. Like that's what this person's telling themselves. Okay? Like that's kind of what it is. Like, oh, you know, they set a little bit of a boundary. It's fine. That's temporary. Okay? Like that's what I see. Now, I think this crush is really cute. The one that, like, I don't know, you switch up your routine if you did, wherever, or like you dropped the class, whatever. They're like, oh, you know, or you went home for the summer. Like some of y'all do that, like life, right? Or fall break. I'm talking too much. And then this person's like, it's fine. I'm not worried about it. I will find my way back to this pile 3. We soulmates. It's never ending. Must be the truth. It's temporary. Whether it's shadow or light side, the person's like, this is temporary. I'm not worried. So, shadow side, you're asking about an ex just to be nosy, or if you're truly looking to deal with this ex. I mean, me, your reader as a person, not me channeling, I wouldn't want anything to do with that ex because, like, it's very arrogant. Like, this person's like, I'm not worried about the pile 3. Like, they not going anywhere. Like, that's what they think of you. But stop that. So, let me go ahead and get you more cards. What's this person thinking, feeling, their next move? Some of you, I'm not even worried about it because pile 3 is going to come back to me. The end. And that doesn't have to be like a shadow. It is a shadow where you know it is. Like they expect you to just come back. But the lighter side is like, no, they're gonna come back. I mean, fall break isn't forever. I love the school example. It's cute. You know, like, you know, pile 3 will need groceries. Like they need groceries. They're coming back to the store, you know. That's funny. Especially if the person works at the place, like, you know, because I'm thinking store, like, well, if it's like the store, like, I don't know, supervisor, manager, whatever, that person's like, nah, pile 3 is gonna eventually need groceries. And I know what kind of groceries they like. This is their store. You know what I'm saying? So it could be cute in a fresh, playful way. Like, no, pile 3 is coming back here because this their spot, you know? I thought that was cute. Those of you that with that ex, listen, I already told you. So let me pull. I'm going to tell you what that crush is thinking, feeling, potential next move. Okay. Because, you know, a shadow side is basically a person that does not believe you will stand on business at all. Okay? So just watch it. See? breakup. Time apart is on the horizon. This may be short term or long term. Everything I said about the separation, right? Like, this isn't a person that's worried at all, in the best and worst ways. Like, they're like, yeah, it's just temporary. It's just a separation. You know, we'll be fine. I'll be back courting pile 3, or I'll have my chance to properly court pile 3, right? This period of development towards a romantic relationship is important. This time will help you both see if marriage is in the cards. Like this, some of these persons like, listen, I've been playing this game with pile 3 for so long. It's not ending. You know what I'm saying? Others of you, this person's optimistic about the separation. They're like, you know what? It's temporary, because pile 3, this is their store. Like, when they come back, I'm in there. Okay. So I'm going to pull from this last deck and then close you out. Watch it. If you lack boundaries and this person knows you're not going to stand on business because they're like, oh yeah, no, just forgiving and learning. Just, we do this all the time. You better stop. You better stop. Okay. Okay. Pile number 3. What's the crush thinking, feeling, next move? Hey, true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. Yeah, you got a really sprung crush that's like, yeah, no, this is my soulmate and it's gonna work out. You got that person that you play these games with on the other side, where it's like playing these games where it's like, yeah, no, this is my true love. We go back and forth all the time. You know, it says to recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. On the shadow side, they think it's a game. On the lighter side, they're excited because it's like that playful, youthful excitement of it's temporary, right? So I'm going to get your advice, close you out. I almost knocked over my water. Look at me. Look at me. All right, my pile 3. Give me advice for my pile number 3 regarding the crush. That's the crush thinking, feeling, next move. What advice do we have regarding this for my pile number 3? There we go. Hey, look at you. Trust the divine guidance. Follow your instincts. Follow your intuition with confidence. Trust your divine guidance with confidence. You may be seeing dragonflies and or bees, right? Like the insects and things like that. But trust the divine guidance with confidence, okay? And be resilient. Look at you. Be resilient. So that is all I have for you today, my pile number 3. Hopefully it resonated. If it did, please like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can stay in the know on the content we post here on this channel. Thank you for watching. All right, pile 4, my wicked black candy apple. Let's see what your crush is thinking, feeling, and potential next move. So for those of you that are new, I read and channel past, present, as well as incoming energy. I do read from a polarity, which means there's a light as well as a shadow. You just have to find yourself in the lesson, in the journey. And I'm really intrigued by this energy already. Like, I'm excited about the pile. It feels like it's gonna be the best pile. So backstory, I was like, just by nature of this apple, watch all of people's baggage come out and watch all the, like, I don't want to say dark spirited, like, right? Like, I'm a type of person, like, I love me some all black and things like that. So like, then I'm like, watch the people come through and it be chaotic and chaos, right? So I made sure I thoroughly cleanse extra to make sure that I could minimize any shadow that came through, as well as possibly ignoring it. But the chaotic thing in the best way happened of me kind of cleansing each deck, and like the best energy. It's feeling like those couples that get married in like all black. It's like this huge ceremony. It's feeling very Halloween wedding, like Tim Burton-esque. So those of you where that's all of y'all's vibe, shout out to me, shout out to y'all. Send me pictures. I think that's cute and funny. So because yeah, that seems to be a little bit the theme of a couple, like the couple that walks around like in all black, all moody together. I think it's funny. So like, I'll even show you what I mean, right? So like here I got happy, okay, at the bottom here, what's this? I got the devil. Yeah, see, I got the devil, but lovers is actually the bottom of the deck. So Scorpio placements could be relevant. Real time for me, the new moon in Scorpio is not far off, okay? Because I'm still in Libra season, but we got what, another week and a half or so of before Scorpio season begins. All right, I've got, look at that, divine union. And then at the bottom of this deck, I've got love. Look at you. Look at you. And like, I got deception, but it feels more of a looks can be deceiving. So your crush may like be like this super moody person, but like that's not them at all. They're this happy-go-lucky vibe. Okay, they're this happy-go-lucky vibe, whether you realize it or not. Okay, so tell me more about what the crush is thinking, feeling, potential next move for my pile number 4. Feels like the type of person that loves Halloween. Feels like the type of person that loves this type of stuff, like tarot readings on things. Like, it just, like, the vibe of this person feels very dark, woo season-esque. Feels like me and the channel and all the other things, right? So tell me, what's your crush thinking, feeling, and their potential next move for my pile number 4. This person's so happy. I don't know what they're happy about, but they're like a happy-go-lucky era right now. I don't know what that's all about. Higher power. Oh, they're connecting to source, connecting to spirit. Look, you got 4 like your pile. Higher power. This person seems to be having confidence in a higher power regarding you. I don't know why, I don't know how, but we got 2 to sea. 2 to sea. This person may be near water, near AC of some form. Something about it, it feels honestly, you know, I mentioned that woo, it feels like somebody that went to water, like went near water, like possibly went to a water and made like some type of offering. I know we're talking about thinking, feeling, next move. This might have been the move, like just went and gave it to the water, which is crazy, right? Higher power to the sea. That's what it feels like. Now, this also may be, so I had a different pile where it's like that. Some of you, this may be a person that thinks of you like while they're like cleansing, like showering, taking a bath. It can be in that way. We will not develop for YouTube, or it could truly just be like this person likes baths, they soak in the tub and like they think of you. That could be a thing, like when people like soak and just kind of reflect on life. That's what I feel like. Okay, what's at the bottom? Deep knowing. Hey, you know what, it feels like a person that's really at ease about you and the connection, and just really comfortable and confident with you. I don't know if this is like a crush, like we're trying to see if this crush is going to make a move, or if you should make a move to this crush, but this person seems really comfortable and confident in you and how they feel about you in the nicest way. I showed you all of the love indicators. So this person thinks very highly of you in a romantic sense, but this is higher power to the sea and deep knowing. It's kind of like I just know when it comes to power 4. Like, it feels like a person that kind of knows you two are meant to be at some point, if that makes sense, or were meant to be at the time you were together, if that makes sense. The Lovers is trying to come out again. So let me get a good shuffle and we will see more about this wicked black candy apple. What's your crush thinking? It feels like a person that people probably assume is moody and mean, but they're not at all. Like, I don't know why. It's funny. If anything, it feels like someone that may at first glance, people are like, they're really like dark, possibly not religious, or into those religions that scare people. And then when you really get to the root of them, they're like really like gentle, I guess, in their essence, if that makes sense. Tell me more about my pile 4, my wicked black candy apple. What's your crush thinking, feeling, their next move? Now, I'm not gonna lie, this combination, this person is likely to surrender. So I think the emphasis is kind of like, okay, is this person the type to kind of like engage you or be active? I don't know that they are, because higher power to the sea, deep knowing is just kind of knowing, recognizing, and surrendering to it versus being active towards. So it just depends on where you fall. Like, if you know you would be the more active of the two of you, then obviously the next move would be more receptive in nature, if that's where we're trying to see. Okay, so let me get more for my pile 4, because I get a vibe of someone that people think is a little more aggressive than they actually are. So, because this person's like chilling. This feels like someone that's like relaxing and chilling. They're not like active in any way, even if they're interested. Okay, I got all 3. Yeah, like easy going. All 3 of my cards just came out. So yeah, 7 of Pentacles. Yeah, so 7 of Pentacles. I was trying to like read the card and be like, look at it. 7 could be a relevant number. Yeah, because we got 43, which reduces to 7. All right. And Seven of Pentacles talks about a harvest. This is a person that knows that the time will come for you two to be together, or they kind of know that at some point they're going to do the thing if they're the type, or that you're going to do the thing. They just seem to be relaxing and chilling and knowing that, if that makes sense. Like, I'm not really that worried about it. It just is what it is. That's what it feels like. Okay. So, Three of Cups talks about being social and celebrating and enjoying people's company. Yeah, this person might actually just be like hanging out with friends right now. Like, they're just like hanging out with their friends, very platonic situation, and just enjoying their time with their friends and engaging their friends. And I don't want to say not worried about you, because they're definitely thinking about you, but if you're not engaging this person and making the move, or if they're not making the move, that's just not where they are right now. We've got the World. All right. On the bottom, Six of Swords. Yeah, I mean, the Six of Swords could be a moving on. Now, Six of Swords could also be someone that's traveling, possibly even with friends. Like, oh, I'm traveling with friends, living my best life. It's great. I'm having fun. It's nice. Like, that's kind of what it feels like, okay? And then, let me see what else I can see here. Could be someone traveling across water for sure. Six of Swords implies that we have to the sea. It feels like someone that might actually be anticipating some type of harvest with the Seven of Pentacles, and that's gonna free them up to have more fun and enjoyment with that Three of Cups as well. Okay, so let me pull from, what is this? Why is this throwing itself at us? Breakup is here. So some of you, I mean, this person may be moving on. If you're asking about someone where historically you've been a thing, like if you're asking about your ex, they kind of have moved on. They're engaging friends. They might even be dating other people. Like, they've kind of surrendered it. If you're asking about someone where, like, it's over with. You know what I'm saying? So got that. Okay? And that's why I got that easygoing, not worried about it vibe. Because, like, that shadow is not even a hostile, negative thoughts. It's just a not worried about you vibe. Like, if you're asking about someone that it would be a shadow with, and you know that because you would know if it's like negative, especially, or even if you're just asking about an ex from a while ago, and even if it wasn't shadowy and chaotic in the ending, this person's just moved on, if that makes sense. That's what it feels like on the table. So my lighter side with my crushes, tell me, bring love into the situation. Moon in Aquarius. Feels like socializing and networking. Yeah, like if you're asking, the shadow is someone that's like outside, not worried about it. Okay. Now, my lightest side is someone that's like really excited to connect with you with a deep knowing and higher power. It feels like someone that feels like you would fit in really well with their friends. Like, they're like, yeah, Power 4 is like really gonna fit in good with me and my friends. We'll be able to socialize together. All of the stuff that I like to do outside, they're gonna like to do that too, or they do. Like, when I need to travel or when I want to travel, they're gonna be fun to travel with, like things like that. At the bottom, I've got nothing is yet set in stone. Mutable, like flexible, adaptive. Like, they feel like you kind of fit in anywhere, and they like that. Like, if you fit in anywhere, they like that quality. Okay. And if this is a crush that hasn't made a move romantically, with nothing is yet set in stone, bring love into the situation, they're trying to figure out the best approach, right? They're wondering if they should kind of utilize their friends and networks, because Three of Cups in Aquarius kind of talks about that, right? Like, they're wondering if they should invite you out with their friends as well. Like, that seems to be a thing. So let me throw your dice, and then we'll pull from the love decks. Tell me about this Power 4. Yes, it hit the floor. I'm going to have to throw this one again because it fell off of camera and it landed on 4. It did land on 4 like your Power. So 4 is definitely A relevant number. Let me just throw it all again. Okay, house 3, Uranus, okay, and Virgo, okay. Let me see. You know, house 3 feels like, I don't want to say friends because it doesn't. Like when we talk about like networks, right? They're usually, when they're not like online based or like large organizations, localized in this 3 energy, like this house 3 energy. And it feels like that person seems to be wanting to utilize that more with you. Like they want to utilize their friend group, they want to utilize their localized network. And I guess, like, I know I'm wording this wrong. And expanding the connection, right? Like it feels like someone that's like, okay, I want to like take Power 4 out with my friends. I wonder if they'll come. I wonder if they want to participate in this thing down the street. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm getting. Give me 1 second. I have like a message. Yeah, some of you, they may be thinking about just sending you a message. It could be a thing. House 3 rules messages. Virgo is also the sign that is ruled by Mercury, just like this 3rd house is. And Uranus would be a surprising instance. Uranus rules Aquarius of networks. Okay, so things like that. I can see all of that coming into play. This person could also have like Virgo energy in their 3rd house. They could have Uranus in their 3rd house. Okay. All right. So far, my next move with this person feels like a message or messages through friends, through networks. Could be an invitation. Okay, that's the word I was struggling to get to. Could be an invitation. Okay. So if this isn't the type of person to deal with you directly, like if this isn't a person that would pursue someone romantically, they may passively do it via message or invitation or like a mutual connection, right? Like again, you want to go to the thing down the street, or they know they're invited to the thing down the street, so that they're like, hey friend, invite Power Forward to the thing down the street so I can see them, right? I got that. All right, so tell me more about number 4. What's the crush, thinking, feeling, potential, next move? Especially those of you in those really niche like interest groups. You know what I mean? Like this felt like my weird pile. I love y'all weirdos. That's not, I mean that in the most loving way. It's not derogatory in any sense. That Aquarius, Uranus energy is rebellious, surprising, shocking energy. Okay, it's the type of people that you would consider to be striking, even if very attractive. So like all of you with your weird niche hobbies that I think are so interesting, because it's like, where'd you learn that? There's only so many of you in your city that know that. So it's like if your person of interest is also interested in those things, it's like 15 of you in your area. Come on. Somebody's going to invite you to the thing or invite them to the thing, right? Because I got some of you like that, okay? So tell me, my pile number 4. Ooh, you know what? I almost want to say what was next in love. Look at you. So, you know, the crush is thinking like you're next in love for them. That's cute. I mean, I told you at the very beginning what kind of pile this was. And like even my shadow, it doesn't exist. The shadow of this pile is this person's not thinking of you. And you would know that depending on who you're asking about, right? We have laughter, right? Laughter shared between soulmates warms the spirit in a way no code could ever. 3 of Cups energy. This is bringing love into the situation. This is someone that's like wanting to have fun with you. Like they're thinking of a way to have fun with you, like how to engage with you, how to make you laugh, how to put themselves in a position to laugh with you. Okay, so that's sweet. That's sweet. Check you out. We do have annoyance. You or your partner may be annoyed right now. Give each other space to cool off to avoid more arguments. Some of you on the shadow side, where this person isn't thinking of you. I hate to be mean like that, but it's the truth. Like where this person isn't thinking of you, and I'll let you know, because if you're checking on this person, I'd rather you move on if they have. It's a weird way to describe it. So like if you were to interact with this person after all of this time, or where they're not thinking of you, it would annoy them and they would laugh. Okay, like that's what I'm getting. So like leave this person alone if it was chaotic and it's, they've moved on, or even if it wasn't and they've moved on, like leave them alone. Okay. Now some of you, this person does want to utilize like mutual friends, people of interest, because they might be a little like shy. They feel like they're worried that they're going to annoy you. They're worried that you're going to laugh at them. That's chaos. Why would this person think you're going to laugh? You may give off that vibe. Okay. Because, it's always a polarity. I mentioned that, like, kind of like, the couple, like the parents in the Addams family, like if that dark vibe, not saying you have to be at extreme, but I get those personalities in the group. So like you might be scared of each other because this feels like a worry about annoyance and laughter. Okay. Now, this person also in the happiest, not worried sense, they joke, they play too much. Okay. And they're hoping that they can kind of get you an environment where they can like make jokes, make you laugh, like do little things that get on your nerves in like a playful way, in a playful, flirtatious way. Like that's this person's interest. Like that's this person's, I guess, love language, right? So let me see. Tell me, what's my power force? Crush thinking, feeling, potential, next move. Right. Heartbroken. Well, deeply hurt and sad, feeling lost, grieving, despair, breakup. If you know, I mean, it's chaos, then that's really what it was. I mean, I hate to say it like that. Let me see. No, I'm not gonna lie. Those of you where this person is hesitating, that is a concern. They're worried that that's gonna be how this goes with them. That's why they're not likely to act. Like this is my pile of I'm not sure they're gonna act, because they seem deeply worried that they're I tried to put it back and it jumped back out. They're worried about being rejected. That girl with a snake, charmed, or use, enable boundaries. Boundaries is a thing. Okay. Boundaries is a thing. And girl with a snake feels like somebody that could potentially be mean. Let me get one more because the power was so great. And then that shadow, I guess the shadow, not enough. Yeah, that's what it is. It's confidence issue, right? Lacking confidence, self-sabotage, ego, and fear, frustrations. So the shadow of the lighter side is the hesitation for all of this great energy is someone that's going to be very passive because they fear rejection, okay? Date. Get back out there, meeting someone new, setting a date online. It feels like the next move is likely to be extremely passive. Seven of Pentacles feels like them waiting either for you or engaging friends to make the move kind of for them, right? Like I mentioned, you all being like in one niche thing and then utilizing people that are involved in the niche thing, right? And then that being the approach, because they want the date, they're excited to do it, but they are desperately afraid that you'll find them annoying and laugh. So I don't know who this is. I don't know why this person thinks you would do that, but yeah, like I said, I don't know, maybe fix your face when you see this person, because they don't think you're friendly. Or your tone when you engage this person. Tell me more about my power four. What's the crush thinking, feeling, potential, next move, please? And I will close you out and get your advice. Yeah, incoming energy, they're hoping you would give them a chance, right? Work on your partnership. So they're hoping you would give them a chance. Okay? Codependency, addictions are affecting your romantic life. Also, this is only someone that's only interested in you. Okay, so that this is someone that's only interested in you. Okay. So let me see. Tell me about power four. My advice. Let me see. I'm trying to like clarify that codependency. You know what? I've not read it this way before, but I feel like there's a certain like fixation on this person's thoughts. So like they cling to the most negative of certain situations and circumstances. Like they cling to the most negative outcome because they're a pessimist, and like they ruminate on it, and they ruminate on it so much that they talk themselves out of things that they want, not just this connection, but like things that they want in life. So like they're afraid to try new things and do things because they fear the worst outcome. Like this person always expects the worst outcome. You get what I'm saying? So that's this person's personality. I knew that wicked that wicked candy apple was gonna bring out some shadow. Feels like a traumatized person a little bit. Give me my advice from a pile 4, please, regarding this crush. What advice do we have? Equilibrium, find balance, find common ground, find out, like if you're really interested in this person, you're gonna have to meet them halfway. This is not a person that's gonna go all in. Okay, you have to meet them halfway. Okay, have to meet them halfway and be nice, be friendly, because this is somebody that thinks that you would laugh at them. Why would they think that? Stop. Yes, I am being a little aggressive with you. Like if you're getting these readings on this person thinks you would laugh in their face. Why would they think that? And you're watching my channel. Stop being weird with these people in real life, right? Meet them halfway and be, you know, be likable, be flirtatious, be engaging, because you're interested in this person, you know? So let me stop lecturing you, but don't be coming here look at me. I'm like, don't come here for readings if you're going to be mean to the person, because I'm serious. This person literally thinks you think they're annoying and that you would laugh in their face. Now, if this is someone that you know is an ex, and you probably would, then it is what it is. But if this is truly someone you're interested in, like this person's kind of like, it's a long shot, and you're over here like wondering if they like you, and they very openly like you, stop that. All right. So that is all I have for you today. My pile number 4. Hopefully it resonated. If it did, please like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can stay in the know on the content we post here on this channel. Thank you for watching.